Now I have a reed here that's too soft. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to show you how to cut it. Because you'll see that, that the V's right down here. There's not a lot of wood up there. It's it's an old reed. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's brown everywhere. it's mouldy. No, it's not mouldy. So if I put it on its normal position, it's probably going to sound like it's quite soft. This is a soft reed. And another thing, if you have a stock of reeds, you get to know which reeds are nicer, which ones you'd use for certain situations. You get to personally know all your reeds. That's why I recommend having a few. So, and also reeds tend to get softer or harder the more you play them. So I find initially some reeds are quite hard when you first start to play them. If you wet them a little bit more and start playing them, and they start getting softer and softer. But reeds are funny things. So I'm just wetting it a bit more because I want to show you. It has a very brassy sound. There's a certain sound I like. It's a really round, sort of boppy sort of sound. Okay, that doesn't sound nice at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep moving it up the mouthpiece. Okay, that's a little bit brassy for my taste. So I'll just keep moving it up the mouthpiece till I'm happy with it. And so I'm a lot happy with that because it's further up the mouthpiece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a slight cut. Now it's going to be ever so subtle, and I mean you'll hardly even know you've done it if you do it well. Okay, so I've got about 1/2 millimetre protruding. I'm only going to slice about 1/2 millimetre off. We'll see what that does. You need to be very precise with this. If you take off too much, or it can be quite disastrous, and you've lost yourself what could have been a really good reed. Okay, I've taken off a little bit. I might need to take off a bit more, but let's see. Okay, that's still a bit soft for my taste. I'll move it up the mouthpiece. This is really weird because the reed's actually hard on this side. That's really weird. But that's alright. I'll give it another cut. Because I think I cut it slightly wrong anyway. It wasn't quite centered when I cut it. Okay. So I've evened it up. So what I might do is I might just adjust the reed slightly on the mouthpiece. Not completely happy with it. I'm not going to cut it anymore, so all I'm going to do is just move it up the mouthpiece. I don't know if you notice anything in the sound, but I like that. I like that. So let's do a reed that I've had for a while. It was a new reed, it was too soft and I cut it. But I think it still needs a further cut. There's still quite a lot of wood in it, so that's not too bad. Okay, let's see what I can get out of it. Sometimes I find with a more open mouthpiece that if the reed's too soft, it actually sounds like it's harder, and if you move it up the mouthpiece, it's brilliant. So, in this case, I've cut it a little bit too much, and it's really hard again. So what I'll do is I'll give it the old paper test. And it says, first point of call, paper test. Excuse my stupid dog. Okay, let's give it the old paper test. see how this goes. I'll probably improve it. So immediately, it is more centered. So if you got a shitty reed, just do the paper test first. Okay, I might just shave a little bit off, but you need to be so subtle. And even that tiny adjustment is just incredible. So there, it's turned into quite a nice reed. I'd probably still adjust it on the mouthpiece slightly. Okay, so there you go. It's actually really that easy. Yeah, so what you do, and once you start a new reed, don't play it for more than. So there you have it. Now with your new reeds, I wouldn't play them for more than 5 or 10 minutes for the first couple of days, maybe even for the first week. As I said, have a stock of reeds. Have between 8 and 10, and share the load. Don't play the one reed for 3 hours. Change reeds every hour. Rather like think of it as a football interchange bench, I suppose. So you take care of your new reeds. Don't dismiss them out of the box just because they don't play immediately out of the box. What you do, take it, give it wet it a little bit, and then paper test, and pop it on. You'll see that'll improve it immediately. And then see if you can adjust the reed by its position on the mouthpiece. And if that doesn't work, get your reed brush, find out which side is a little bit, and then very, very slightly adjust it. I must admit, these ideas aren't completely mine. I had a wonderful clarinet teacher by the name of Floyd Williams, and most of these tips are his. So if you're ever in the Brisbane area of Australia, be sure to beg Floyd for a lesson because he's absolutely fabulous. And if there's any further questions you need about reed making, well, I'd actually ask your teacher first, but feel free to send me a message and I'll see if I can help. So I hope that's been of some use to you. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.